how to tap into flow. Like, who here would love to tap into flow? If you don't know what flow is, it is a place where your heart is open. It's the channel. It is where you are led by this divine, it's your higher self, God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it. It's just alignment. It's when things work out. It's when you're protected. It's all this stuff. We'll go over a little mantra also that I wanted to share that one of my shamans gave me that's super powerful. And lastly, how to find peace amidst chaos. So that's kind of what I want to do today. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, every time I step up, I have to keep going back and clearing the same thing again. Kind of like, and I'm in an Airbnb in Atlanta, by the way. So here we go. But she said every time she steps up, she goes back and has to clear the same thing. Well, it's because you didn't learn whatever lesson you needed to learn. And that's okay. To me, there's different levels when you start clearing shit. But I know Christy's specific one is she started last year, stepped into a lot of abundance and just growing, as we all will, and as we all do, as we evolve. And she got her dream house. And then I think she was saying something now happened and she's back into scarcity. That's great, because that means you're there. That's good. That's all good. This is good, because now you'll get to clear this other thing and go up again. So what I do, there's a few things here. I know you're doing the neutralizers. But we need to find something that locks in a, we got to get you locked in to just keep heading north, right? Keep heading towards your future and where you want to go. It's kind of like, when your kid asks for something and it's just not going to happen. Like, they want candy corn for breakfast and you're just like, it's a firm no. It's a firm no right now. You can have it after dinner, after lunch, or whatever, but it's just a no. Or maybe when an ex-boyfriend or an ex-husband, comes in your shit and your energy and you're just like, oh, no, firm no. You know what I'm saying? When these things happen and we're just like, no. Okay. That's what gets to be done right now. When that comes in, you can clear it. Also, making sure you're not tired, you've eaten and all this shit. Also, you're clearing your energy constantly. And that's what we're going to get into today, because all this stuff is bullshit until you understand fully how to go inward, and clear your energy. So yes, you can use the neutralizers and continue to clear your energy. Right. But I see what you're saying. Like, I like, how can I just like lock in this new reality? How can I jump timelines and grids or whatever you want to call it? And what I've found to be true is, I'm about to tell you how to fucking do that. How you become unavailable for like the bullshit, like, no, it's just a firm no. Well, when you start to feel like that, it's a firm fucking no. No, absolutely not. What the truth is that you are innately fucking abundant. And the way you manifested this home is energetically in you. The frequency's there, the codes are there, and you're only headed for more of where that came from. You don't have to figure out the fucking how. Your only job is to sit daily and feel the feelings of your next level self. What is your next level self fucking doing right now? What does she want to do? How does she feel? And you feel that, and you know that you're okay. And you take action out of that fucking place as much as you can. And when you're not feeling that, you realign. Even if you're like a fucking idiot and you have to do it every hour, you have to take deep breaths and realign every hour. Okay. Well, what if it gets you everything you fucking want? You would do it. So you just become, unavailable, but it's a hard no. Because, and it also, you got to look at who you're around. You're a very sensitive empath, Christy. And a lot of you, everybody in here is. I don't care if you don't think you are. You're a woman, you feel things. And if you're a man and you are tapped into this, you feel people's stuff. It's who I teach. It's who we work with. It's who I work with. Y'all, I can feel a client when I'm about to call them. Some people, if they've got a lot of fear, like, for example, I'm working with this crazy shit right now of like 50K, 50K days, $50,000 days, $50,000 days, $50,000 days, million months, like just feeling that daily. And it's really wild and it's new and all this shit. Cause I don't really have any interest in like the small jump. I mean, like the small jumps are fine. We got to get there. We got to go to, 350, 5, 4, fucking 7, 8, whatever. But that's cool. I just want to make sure. I'd rather play with the vibe of 50K days. Whatever. You can do it how you wish. But that's your only job. But anyway, so that's like, what I'm wanting to play in. Okay. That's big shit, right? It's big fucking shit. Big shit. Miracle shit. Like I just read this and I want to read it to you. Y'all know I don't talk about Jesus a lot, right? But this right here was perfect. It was out of my card deck. And it said it's a shape-shifting card. And it's, oh, no. Oh, where was that? It wasn't a shape-shifting card. Let me see which one it was. Because it was so damn good. It was it healing tools, maybe? Yeah, healing tools. This is so good. So good. Okay. Your body is light as well as your spirit and responds to consciousness. Whatever you believe to be true creates your reality. Yeah. We already know this shit. If you have no limitations, then you are free. Okay. In the story of the woman who simply touched the robe of Jesus to be healed, he said to her daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith has made thee whole. Her faith was the healing tool, not Jesus healing her. Her faith that if she touched him, she would be healed her. Does that make sense? Do you feel that? That's how powerful each one of us is. Forever. I'm not good at grammar. Is powerful. Each one of us is. I think that's right. So when people don't have that type of faith and they don't have that abundance mindset, and you can have some like negatives in your bank account and you can be maxed out on debt, but you still come into the energy of hot moms and you're like, yeah, I'm ready for a new reality. You deserve to be around abundance mindset bitches. You know why? Because you're abundant. With that being said, there was this lady that I really wanted to help. I saw a lot of myself in her. And on the call, I kind of knew, I didn't really hang on too tightly, but I could feel her energy for days. And it felt like little blips of fear around money in my reality. And the morning I woke up, I had so much fucking fear around money. And I was like, what in the fuck? See, I was just curious. I wasn't like, I didn't take action out of that fear and start like acting like a fool like I used to and like hustle, grind, and try to make money. And I just recognized, I'm like, what is this? I'll just let it sit there. And she texted me and was like, hey, I'm not going to be able to do it. Typical things. We're going to wait. How people get in their like stories of like, it's their actual reality of why they can't do something like, whatever. But right when she said that, I was, oh God, it's like a release. It was like a release. I was like, oh my God, totally. That was her fucking energy that I've been feeling. Not blaming, just like I'm feeling all this energy. And it was just so odd that it was not that it was just like here all of a sudden, right? And right when she said that, I was like, oh, woo, thank God. Like, oh, woo, her releasing herself. Like I didn't release her. And her fear, her scarcity mindset, her fear around directed towards my program, I could feel. So Christy and everybody in here, you're also this sensitive, even though I don't care if you believe it or not. What do you have to lose? Okay. The way you're currently thinking is not working. You want to feel better, right? Well, what if this was true? Then what if, right? So what if you're feeling other people's shit, not to mention those of you that believe the people that talk about recessions, man. Everybody in their life's going to go through a recession. But don't buy into this bullshit out here, man. The second you buy into it, you've been sold. You are your own economy. I've shown you proof of this as you watch me grow through 2020. It's all in here. Okay. And I know you get sick and tired of hearing that, but keep going, because I promise you, you keep going, just like working out in the reps and you put the reps in, you put the reps in, you put the reps in. You break down muscle, they build back up. You build. Next thing you know, you've got muscle memory. This is the same fucking thing. You do it enough, you do it enough, you do it enough. Boom. One day you got the body. Boom. One day you got the results. Boom. One day you got the muscle memory. So all you've got to do each time you level up, maybe look into some beliefs around what you thought was not okay, safe, or whatever, because we all know, you come from your parents and heavy religion. And look, you're defying odds here. I mean, hello, you're a woman that hunts. You're a woman that makes multi-six figures, that does a lot of things that most women didn't think they could do. Okay. You're supposed to feel uneasy. You're creating your own reality as you go. So when you get scared, remember who the fuck you are. Send back anything that's not the way you want to feel and decide, like, what's north, what's next. That feels good. That feels good being here. What's next? What feels good? What feels fucking good? Because your only job is to feel good. Okay. So that's number one. All right. Let me see here. Okay. Next, finding peace in the chaos. I had a lady yesterday, and I couldn't help. She's so easy. I just tap right in and start channeling because her heart's so open. And I could feel her energy, and I could feel that she was about to get sick. And I didn't want to say anything because we don't ever want to do that. Our job is to see things before and try to do anything we can to lead them so they can be healthy and happy and blah, 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 blah. They have their own fate, whether or not they choose destiny, whether they choose whatever. I've been there. I know many of my people said the same thing. John was my last one about the people that I knew I shouldn't have hired. Luckily, it worked out great. He goes, I watched you do that. And I was like, I could tell her what I think and know she should do, but I also know she needs to go through this. And it worked out. I didn't really go through it. The old me would have gone through it for 90 days and it would have been horrible, but I didn't. And a lot of our teachers, that's what they should do. They shouldn't be like, here's what's going to happen, like codependent shit. Good teachers will sit back and kind of guide you. So there you go. So I could feel her body was getting a cold. I could feel her body, it feels like how you feel if you're getting sick. I could feel this right when I tapped into her energy, and I was like, God damn, Skip, I can literally tell this lady's about to get sick. What do you think I should do? She goes, well, don't tell her. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't feel good. Okay, here's what feels better. I was like, I need you to, how can you get into the energy of, like if you do allow yourself to get sick, you kind of just, you accept it. And you kind of like tell people, hey, I'm not going to be at work today. Hey, I'm going to take a rest day because a sick day or whatever. I'm going to, rest. I'm going to lay in the bed. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to just rest. I'm going to drink soup, eat soup. I'm going to eat healthy foods. I'm going to just let myself rest. Let the world slow down a little bit and be okay with that. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but that is an energy that you can be in when you're sick. I didn't used to do that. I used to fight it, not because I hated being sick, but that is an energy. And unfortunately, a lot of us only choose that when we are sick, but you can choose that now. Newsflash. So I was like, how can you get in the energy of just that? Or, how can you get in the energy of goddess? How can you get in the energy of just peace and flow and that? Okay. And that's how, like, I was asking her to do that. Okay, that's one way you can find peace. But Casey, what if I don't have time to do that and my life's busy and I'm running here and I'm running there? Okay, I hear you. I worked yesterday from the car with the cat and my two kids. How do I find peace and I can tap into this place of serenity to help people when I do calls and sessions? And it's just that energy. It's just, you close your eyes and you take some deep breaths and you just sit there and you take yourself to that place. You take yourself, where it is. If I knew that all this stuff that was worrying me was pushed aside, wasn't even there, like, then what? Well, I would feel like having fun today, or I would feel like better. I would feel calm, So you can do that in the midst of running to cheerleading practice and taking your triplets to wherever. You can always realign your energy. And I'm going to show you some things you can actually do to do that. physical things you can do. I do them in the car. I do them in the grocery line sometime. And you got to be okay with being crazy. You got to be okay with looking nuts. You got to be okay with all that. I remember I wouldn't even have closed my eyes to take deep breaths on a live stream back in the day. Now, if y'all needed to see me cry or shit my pants, I would do it, because I really don't give a fuck, because it's all about me feeling good. I don't care. So, that's one way that you can invite more calm and peace, because from that place, which piggybacks on my next thing, my client, he's a very successful attorney. He's a very successful man, very spiritual. Ooh, he's tapped in. He's done all kind of retreats, and he's trying to grow his brand, and he's doing big things in real estate. He was like, and he's 90 miles an hour. He doesn't take his meds, and he doesn't want to. And he's really trying to understand how to get through life with this gift, with all of this hype energy. And it's hard, I get it, right? And so he calmed down when I calmed down, because we all bounce off each other. But I taught him really quickly how to make all these fucking things happen in probably 45 seconds. And I'll take you through it. Would you like me to take you through it? I said, okay, I want you to sit there. I was like, take a deep breath, close your eyes. It's like if you knew and fully trusted that you were going to get to Vegas on time, that was going to work out, this business thing was going to work out, and that you were doing the right thing, and you were actually in alignment with where you're wanting to go, how would you feel? He goes, his whole energy changed. He goes, I would feel calm. And he said some other things, and I was like, there you go. That's it. You want to know how to do how to do it? This is literally it. And he felt it. I said, you felt it? And I could tell. He goes, yeah, okay. That's literally it. And from that place, you anchor in, which means you could call that energy, you could put a color on it, you could make it smell a certain way, you can remember what you wore, use your 5 senses. Just anchor in that feeling. What makes you remember that feeling, so you can call it up easier next time. And when you do that, from that place, you can also ask yourself, okay, from that place, just like, for example, for me, 50K days, 50K days, 50K days. What would she be doing? And she'd probably be doing the same thing I'm going to be doing today. Probably be on a live if she wanted to. Going shopping because I forgot a brush and a curling iron, and I really want these new Balenciaga shoes. Probably what she would be doing, unless she had a shopper, maybe, and then maybe she would be seeing family. Still not much difference there, because I'd still be in Atlanta with a client, possibly. I'd still be doing service work. You see what I'm saying? So that's really all you do every day, all day, anytime you need to feel better or have answers about which way do you go, what do you do, even if it's with weight, gotta be eating the right thing. Just calm the fuck down, take some deep breaths, align to that part that's got the body she wants, the health that she wants. She feels so strong. She's so confident. How would she feel right now? What would she be doing? And then go do that. Well, but nope, go back to that, because that's the truth. We are only limited by our programming. Everything is a story. Every day is a movie that our story creates. So if you want a different movie line, you need to write the different script. So every day you can do this in your daily devotion, your prayer, whatever. You need to know what it is you want to create in your movie. It could be a feeling. Personally, I rather go for feelings than things. How would the things make you feel? I just want to feel a certain way. The things are going to come, but you want miracles to unfold. How would that feel? Would you like more peace? Would you like more fun, feelings of fun? Would you like, You could call in money, you could call in weight, you could call in the way you would feel if you were that way. You could call in feeling hopeful. You could call in anything, but you need to start setting those intentions for how your movie gets to play out every day, and stop living in somebody else's, which is your parents, people on TV, your friends, your church. So if you're tired of the life you're living, it's because you're tired of an old paradigm. If you're ready for a new one, you got to say, I'm ready for a new paradigm. Say it. You have to say these things. Your body listens. So in prayer or in your meditations, when you're walking around, literally talk to yourself and say, show me my next level. I'm ready to experience next level of safety and security. I'm ready to feel taken care of. Show me what it is that's holding me back, and sit there and listen. You may not like what you have to hear. You've got to do all this because nobody's come to save you, so that's how you do that. And I think that's it. That is it for today. That is how you get everything you want. And we're going to have dramas, man. We're going to have tragedy. We're going to have all that shit, right? But it's all of it gets to be good if you want it to. Even what we've been taught about death. If it doesn't feel good, you can change that. You can change how could it feel better? What would it take to make you feel better about it? We've been taught things about aging. What would make you feel better about aging? Seriously, that you got to start looking at, like me too. My shaman's showing me, like I told y'all yesterday, like these $22 million houses. And the first thing I think of is like, this lady's off her fucking rocker. Like, does she even know that, like, I don't even have 200K in my bank account right now. Like, in savings, I need at least like 200K in my savings. That's the old story. Am I open and willing for things to unfold? And I know for the 22 million, I need like 2 million in my savings, right? That's an old story. It's an old paradigm. Well, you're Casey, now you're just getting too out of reality. Well, good, because I didn't like the one I was in. And this one, it's actually working a lot better. I'm serious. So, yeah. So you have to be willing, and I said, I'm willing for new paradigms. I'm willing to be open for whatever, and all I got to do is focus on the feeling of that home and the beach and what that would feel like and how good that would feel. Because if I'm in that, do you know what I'm going to be able to do to help you and everybody else to get what they want? You see? So you just really got to be willing to live an extraordinary life. But to do that, you got to think like nobody else thinks. And sometimes not even, there's some people, you're going to have to create your own way of thinking and not just like my way of thinking or somebody else's. So yeah, this is how you get everything you want. This is how you find answers. This is how you shatter fucking bullshit illusions, And we're all going to go through shit where we have to remind ourselves, and that's what this group's for. But just remember, you can always go to your breath, which is you, which is life. Everything's there. Okay? Got it. Okie dokie. It's been awesome. Talk to you soon.